question one, what I found interesting or meaningful was the events that actually took place and happened to Matthew actually happened in real life. So a family was actually affected by this, which I thought was really sad and was really sad to me. Number two, what two values are being presented? I believe one value that's being presented here is homophobia. In the play, in the town of Laramie, many people don't want to come out as being gay or lesbian as they're afraid of what might happen to them. People in the play are very religious, so I believe another value that's being presented here is extremism of religion, and that a character in the play tried to hold a vigil for Matthew, trying to change who he is, not really accepting him for who he is, and I believe it even hinted at some characters believing that it was okay about what happened to Matthew, that he died, which is very tragic. I believe that is not okay at all. It's never okay when someone dies for that reason. Number three, something that I found confusing. In the very beginning of the play, I thought the death of Matthew was kind of confusing. A person died, not really any motive, and he was part of the LGBT community. But as I read on, I soon found out that in his area there were many people that were homophobic or just didn't really accept him for who he was, which really cleared up the motive for me on why he was killed. Question number 4, issue of diversity. If I were to discuss the town as a character, I would say that the town is a closed-minded individual that really doesn't know much about the LGBT community, because like in the play, the town is filled with religious people that aren't really accepting. They're not really that educated about it, I believe, and not seeing what is happening all around everywhere else. I believe that everyone, that it's more tolerant than accepting, because people tried to change Matthew, and they didn't really accept him for who he was. They were just tolerant with him being there. They may not have really liked him, but they were just like, oh, okay, he's here. What would happen if this, if what happened in the town of Laramie could happen in Columbus? I think that there would be a bigger uproar, and this topic would be very big. Question 5, episode structure. One example is the Laramie project is split into 3 separate episodes. The first episode being that they're interviewing people. The second episode, Matthew dies, and third episode is the funeral. And also another example is that it gives an early point of attack. It tells you at the very beginning that Matthew has died, has been killed. The third example is there's multiple characters in this rather than in Intimate Apparel. There was only a few amount of characters. Number 6, one question is, what would you have done if you were part of the interviewing team? And another question is, how might this event depict a bigger picture, a bigger problem as a whole in other states or countries?